Just got back from my run, letting Gertie out to go potty. Beautiful, gorgeous, perfect run this morning. It's like 35 degrees with very little wind, beautiful clear sky. I did go ahead and take my phone. I don't usually take my phone when I go running, but I took my phone this morning so I could just show you like the beautiful, spectacular sunrises I get to see when I run in the mornings, because it's so absolutely gorgeous and breathtaking, and every day is different. Great way to start a Tuesday morning. Probably gonna be working from home today. I think Chris is gonna be going to the river to do some work. So I am just kicking us off here with the start of my day. While Chris was gone, the DNA tests arrived that I'd ordered. So we got one that I think it tests for the DNA, and also it doesn't say on here, but I believe it's the one that also does I think like about 30 or so different kind of diseases that you could look for. So I think it'll be really interesting. So I wanted to wait until he was here to actually do it. Okay, so when you slide it out of the little kind of sleeve, this is the box that you'll actually ship it in, and then you just open that and it gives you instructions on what to do. It does say to wait 2 hours after their last meal or treat, so we won't be able to do this actually this morning, I think, before Chris leaves. We'll have to save this for maybe when he gets home this afternoon, just to make sure she's had plenty of time since she's had anything to eat. But it gives the instructions. You go online to kind of activate your account, and then once it's activated, I think that's how they'll send you the results. So you just get them online. It says about 2 to 3 weeks.
Back to work for me. I'm walking towards Taco Rio Urban Kayaks right now. We got some more construction work to do. The weather is super nice today in Chicago. It's a little chilly, the wind, and then the shade, but like it's gonna warm up and it's gonna be really nice. We got a lot of more work to do at Taco Rio, so probably gonna work at least 3 days a week until May. So maybe more once April starts, because then we might actually start opening up the kayak shop and kind of cleaning that and getting that ready too. So looking forward to it. Yeah, it's nice that I get to do this kind of extra work versus waiting until the kayak season starts. It kind of supplements the fact that I only work at kayaking. It's like 6 months. So, but yeah, just gonna go to work. I gotta go to the grocery store afterwards, so pick up a few things, because since I was gone, I didn't get to go to the grocery store this weekend. But kind of throws a wrench in things, but it'll be fine. We'll catch up. But yeah, beautiful day. Right, just leaving work now, going home. I have to stop at the grocery store. So right here in Lakeshore East is the entrance to Mariano's. It's a little local grocery store. Super convenient, especially if I'm working and then just hitting on the way home. We don't have to get a lot of groceries, just a few things for dinners and breakfast. So I'm gonna stop there now and then head on home. So I've been home now for a little bit. I got home and then we let Gertie out, took her on a little bit of a walk. We went to the bookstore to pick up the book that I had ordered. And then now we're going to do the DNA test.
Yeah, it's been more than 2 hours now since she ate. So now we can do this. Okay, so yeah, I think I peel it open from this end so I can get out one of the swabs at a time. About 2 inches. You take out one swab. All right, babe. I'm gonna swab inside your teeth. This is probably not going to be terribly easy, is it? All right, and then it comes to the second one. So we do it again. We'll probably try the other side. Can I put this in here? Like, no thank you. No thank you. I have a timer set for 5 minutes. It's supposed to like dry, and then you put the swabs back in here. It says do not reseal. So just set it back in there and then set it back in the box. And then we seal up the box and send it off. And it's already got the label and everything on it.
Awesome.
Our swabs are air dried 5 minutes. Put them back. I guess I put them back in, bristle first. Done. Woo. All right, mail that out tomorrow. Good morning. So I am heading into the office today, and on my regular route to work, I passed right by the post office, so I brought Gertie's DNA test so I can get that dropped off here in just a few moments. Literally walking up to the post office now. So it's super convenient. I thought, oh, I'll just stop on my way and drop that in. This is the plaza here. This is the post office. And then the Flamingo is right here, which is one of my favorite things on my way to work in the morning. Okay, package dropped off, ready to go. Now we just have to wait a couple weeks and find out. I can't wait. We have some ideas, like we've got some guesses, but I'm gonna wait and keep those to myself. We'll see if we're right or not. So, along my commute, one of the things I get to always see, of course, is the Sears Tower. Okay, we are coming up on my favorite intersection, my favorite view. I always like to turn and take a look at the Board of Trade as I cross this street. Okay, I am just about to work now. My commute's about 18 minutes. It's not too bad. I think door to door it's like 20 minutes by the time you know elevators and all that jazz. So just about to work now, and I think Chris is also going to work today. So poor Gertie, gonna have a little bit of a day by herself. We try not to leave her alone like too frequently or for very long periods of time. But at the same time, we want to make sure we don't get her, used to us always being home, because we don't want to like instill separation anxiety. So I think these are good exercises for her to have, days here and there where she's all by herself all day. And she does really well in her crate. She really likes it. It's her little safe spot. So I'm sure she'll be just fine.
It is Wednesday. I'm going to work again. Going to work at Taqueria, doing some more construction work. The weather is like so close to being nice. Like, it's still a little chilly, but like very soon it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. Yeah, it was a little cold yesterday. I kind of feel kind of icky. Usually in the spring, I call it my sinuses, but I get kind of like sick. Not really like a sickness, but like I just feel kind of and I have like a little cough, and then usually drainage. But so that dealing with that today. But coffee helps. Hopefully it warms up a bit, and then it'll feel a lot better. But it's rough going back to work after having 4 months off. My body is aching. Doing construction work, lifting a lot of boards and carrying a lot of stuff. It's a lot of work, and my old body is not loving it. So it's fine. It's nice that it'll get me back in shape before the actual kayak season begins, and then I'll be ready to go. But I love my little walk to work. It's a nice way to like kind of decompress before going into work. It's also a nice way to decompress after work. So commuting in Chicago, 2 thumbs up. I can't give the other thumb up because I'm holding the camera, but yeah, it's gonna be a good day.
Heading home from work now. It's almost 50 degrees, so it's really nice out. Definitely didn't need as big of a coat as I'm wearing, for sure. So really fun at work. In the afternoon, we had an impromptu Hot Ones challenge. Someone had bought a couple of the Hot Ones sauces. They had like the classic one, it was the garlic version, the Los Calientes Verde, which is my absolute favorite. Chris and I love the Hot Ones sauces. We keep several of them in our refrigerator at home. And then they also had the Last Dab. So we lined up, everyone was doing chicken nuggets, which I can't have because of the gluten, but thankfully we had catered in food for lunch today, and there was just plain chicken breast. So I cut some of that up, so I was able to participate. It was a lot of fun. There's probably about 12 or so of us that did it, and everyone succeeded. Everyone made it through all 3 sauces just fine, but it was a lot of fun. That's kind of what I enjoy about getting to go into the office from time to time, is like those little impromptu things that happen just kind of organically, that obviously you don't necessarily plan, but makes the day just a little bit extra special.
It is Thursday today. I have been working nonstop on. We're doing some little animations for an upcoming video. I think will be pretty cool. It's been a long time since I've done an animation design, or like motion design. So it's a process. I had to watch a video and kind of relearn everything. But I think I figured it out. The video that I'm working on will already have come out by the time you see this. So I'm working on the day in the life transitions. Kind of like how it shows Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So hopefully it worked out right.
Good morning. Happy Friday. I am working from home today. I got kind of an early start today, which is great. So I've been pretty productive, which has been really good because I've been really busy, as you know, as I mentioned last week. Chris is at home today, but he's actually out right now, not feeling great. I think he might have gotten strep throat while he was in Fort Wayne. He said he wasn't feeling too good yesterday, but this morning he woke up and his throat was really, really sore. So he went on quite a mission to try to find an urgent care. So there's like the clinics that are in Walgreens, and 2 of them showed on Google Maps as being not very far from here. So he tried both of those, but they were both permanently closed apparently. So he did find an urgent care, got checked in. Hopefully we'll be able, if he does have strep throat, hopefully be able to get an antibiotic and start feeling pretty soon. We were planning to go out tonight because we usually go out on Friday nights, and so we were planning to go to Lou Malnati's and have some deep dish pizza because they have gluten-free deep dish. But we may have to change our plans depending on whether or not he's contagious. So I'll have to figure out something, stay here at home, maybe just do something simple like tomato soup and cheese toast, which might be really good on his throat. We'll see. But we do have kind of a big weekend plan. So hopefully if it is strep throat, he's able to get an antibiotic and feel better pretty soon. That's the nice thing about, at least if you have, like a bacterial infection instead of like a virus, you can generally, once you get that antibiotic in your system, feel better pretty quickly. Because we have kind of a big weekend project planned. And I was even planning on tonight going out to Ace Harbor to get some of the stuff that we need for the weekend so that we're all prepared and we can get up tomorrow and start our project. So we'll kind of see when he gets back what the situation is and what he feels like doing. So stay tuned.
I just went to the immediate care. Have the flu, influenza type B. I feel pretty lucky because all I really have is the sore throat and I have a fever.
Right now.
It's been 72 hours, so I got some throat spray and some lozenges and some crackers and soup.
You didn't get any 7-Up.
Oh, was I supposed to?
That's what my mom always gave us when we were sick.
That actually sounds good. Some ginger ale or something.
Yeah, 7-Up and sherbet.
Maybe I'll just drink a LaCroix. Yeah. So I just texted Tracy. Milo also has the same thing, so obviously I know where I got it from.
I better not get it. I'd be pretty angry.
If I've had it for 5 days, then you probably already have it. So.
Well, I did get my flu shot.
Oh,
so
maybe. I know. I was so close to getting it. I don't know why I didn't.
Should have gotten it.
Now I regret it. So get your flu shot, people.
Yeah. PSA.
But I'm just gonna eat something and then take a nap because I feel exhausted. Okay, Ollie's worried.
Ollie's worried. I am done with work. We decided on Chipotle for dinner. That seemed like an easy thing, so I'm going to bounce out and pick that up really quickly, and then we'll just have a night in. We were supposed to go and have pizza tonight, so I moved our reservations to tomorrow night, hoping that Chris will feel better enough tomorrow night to go out. We'll see. So he seems to be doing okay. He said he's about the same. Not necessarily better, but not necessarily worse than he was earlier, so I guess that's a good sign. But I've got some compost to take down, so I'm going to drop that off and then head to pick up our Chipotle. All right, got our Chipotle home. I'm going to brave being in the other room with Chris this evening and being exposed. I suppose at this point I've already been exposed, so it's probably a little too late. I did get some Lysol disinfectant spray and I got some disinfectant wipes so we could wipe things down, try to keep things as clean as possible. But it was so intensely windy outside. On my walk, I'm surprised actually my hair is not more windblown than it is. But as I was going by, there's a Starbucks really near our building, and they have a whole huge window that's probably like 10 feet wide by about 15 feet tall. It's like a massive window that got completely busted out. It looks like maybe an umbrella or one of their like outside tables like flew into it because of the wind, because it was so intense. Like it was basically like knocking your feet out from under you when you walked. It was so intensely windy right there. And it looked like it had just recently happened. It was crazy. So there was like a poor barista who was dragging in, tables and stuff from the outside to try to like get things out of the way so no more damage is done, I guess. But that was quite a mess. Good morning. It is Saturday. Chris is still not feeling super great today, resting today. He can keep us up kind of all night, not feeling great. I do have him, he's quarantined in the second room, trying to stay away so I don't get sick. So we had plans to do a kind of a bathroom refresh this weekend. We had a project actually for both bathrooms technically. So I'm going to walk you through what we were going to do. Now we'll do it next weekend since Chris is not feeling well this weekend. But what I'm going to try to do is use my time right now to at least take inventory of what are the things that we need to execute this project accordingly. So our building was initially built as a bank and then a commercial building. It was built in 1924. It was not converted into condos until the early 2000s. So our unit has not been remodeled by anyone since it was converted into a condo in 2007. So it looks very 2070, well, not 2070, 2007-ish in its like finishings and colors and like those kinds of things. When we moved in, we did paint the room this color. This is Revere Pewter by Benjamin Moore. And we painted that throughout a good portion of the house. I think it's a good kind of like warm, neutral gray that plays nicely with kind of the brown tones of the early 2000s. So I think it looks okay. We're not ready to remodel our bathroom. Remodeling in a condo is incredibly, number one, expensive. Number two, it is a painful and horrible experience. It's very time consuming. It is not a project we want to undertake right now. Eventually, will we probably retile and redo some things in this bathroom? Yes, but today is not that day. So there is one thing in this bathroom that I've always thought was a little bit weird. I thought it was weird when we looked at this condo online, like when we were on Realtor.com before we even bought it. And we have this really strange mirror sconce. I don't know how else to describe it, but there's a really weird sconce just right in the middle of our mirror. I'll show you here in a second. So what we'd like to do in this bathroom is just paint. We're going to paint it a really kind of a dark gray. Still going to go with like a warm gray tone and then replace the mirror. We're going to put 2 framed mirrors in front of each sink and then replace the weird mirror sconce that's in the middle of the mirror. So it will be on a wall once we have the framed mirrors. So I'll show you that now. Okay, so this is the weird mirror sconce. And you may not be able to tell in the video, but it is massive. It is a very, very large light fixture. It's the only light fixture really in the entire house because we have ceiling fans in both of our rooms, but all the rest of the lighting in the house is canned lighting. And then there's just this random weird sconce in the middle of the mirror. So this spans like 20 inches. It's very, very large. We never turn it on and it just collects dust. So I would love to get rid of it entirely, but there is a light switch over there for it. I think it'd be a little bit weird if we didn't have a light there with a light switch. So we're going to take down this giant mirror here that's on the wall and put 2 framed mirrors. And then I found a much smaller, much more understated sconce that doesn't stick out nearly as far and is a little less intrusive to replace this one. I think it'll be a relatively easy project to execute. We will have to figure out kind of, can we just put the mirror like in our dumpster in the building? I need to talk to our maintenance guy about that. This isn't like a project we would need to get, approval from the board. That's another thing that you have to do when you do remodels. So it's just kind of a hassle. We wouldn't have to do that for something as little as this, but we do have to figure out what to do about the mirror that we're taking down. So we have all the stuff here in the bathtub to do the project. So we've got the 2 mirrors for each sink. And then we are going to put up a towel ring. I actually bought 2 of those and I had to get different ones because they only had 1 of these in stock, but this is the exact match for our towel bars here. So that works really nicely. And then this one actually goes better with the towel bar that's in the spare bathroom because we're also going to go ahead and do the same thing in the spare bathroom too. We're not going to repaint the bathroom in there, but we are going to swap out the kind of flat mirror for a framed mirror. So we have a larger one that will go in that bathroom and then we'll put a towel ring. We currently have the on the counter style, and I don't like those. So I want to have one that's mounted. So we've got that stuff here just hanging out in the bathtub, waiting for that project to start. Okay, I'm out in the storage cage. I'm going to take a look at our paint stuff. I know we'll need like anchors to hang the mirrors, and we might even need anchors for the towel rings. The both of our bathroom walls actually like are a neighboring wall to a neighboring unit, and the way that those are in this building which is great because they're like completely soundproof effectively. But it's 3 layers of drywall and then like a void space, and then on their side they also have 3 layers of drywall. So you need these like toggle screws that are literally like 4.5 inches long. It's like really a pain to kind of hang anything on those walls. So we'll need that for sure for the mirrors and probably even for the towel rings. So that's something that we know we need are the anchors. But also because we're going to paint our bathroom in addition to the paint itself, I need to take an inventory of just what we have in our paint stuff because I can't really remember. It's been a while since we painted anything, and so just kind of seeing where are we on our like rollers and paintbrushes and that kind of thing. So I'm taking a look at that right now. All right, so our paint stuff is here. Whoops. Trays. All right, so I got those down. We have 2 trays, so we're good on trays, or tray holders. I guess we need the liners for sure. All right, we got a little bit of tape here. These are my paint clothes. That's where I keep them, out here with this stuff. Got some sanding blocks. I have little rollers. Oh, look at that. I got some compound. I didn't even know I had that. Which is probably good because we're probably going to have some drywall repair we need to do. So I have plenty of little cloths. Oh, I got more tape there. So actually, we got 2 things of tape. Oh, yep. See, I figured that was the case. So we've got our rollers, but we need the actual like rollers themselves. Just had the little holders. So, and definitely want to get, this is our only paintbrush that we have left. I think eventually, like, I kind of throw them out as they get completely worn out. I really like the ones that have like the really short handle, so I'm gonna get at least one of those. So definitely another paintbrush, definitely the rollers. We've got a couple of the little rollers, which will be great for like behind the toilet and stuff where it's like kind of harder to reach. So I think we'll be okay there on these. Heading to the grocery store. It is an absolutely beautiful day. It's I think like 61 degrees right now. I ran this morning and it was 59 degrees, so it's great. It's definitely, obviously by far the warmest we've had this year, as in calendar year. So it was a beautiful day. I actually wore, my tank tops and shorts, which felt really strange. After being so bundled all through the winter, it's like the first time you go out in that tank top and shorts, you're like, I feel like I forgot to get dressed. It's like so strange, but absolutely gorgeous. Perfect day to be out and about enjoying it. And I figured while Chris is kind of down and out, probably a good day for me to just go ahead and get this done. It's a tour we gotta do every week. Okay, I'm out of the store, but oh my goodness, I got so much stuff today. This cart is so heavy. Okay, so full disclosure, last weekend we didn't actually do our full grocery shopping. Chris just popped into Mariano's and got like a few things. So I am paying the price this weekend because we needed so much stuff. And it's like as I was filling it up in Trader Joe's, I was like, I'm gonna run out of space. So the cart is really heavy. It may be super slow going home. And I'm a little worried because while the weather didn't forecast it, it's feeling like it might rain. So really hoping that doesn't happen before I make it home. Home from the grocery store now. There were a few times there I didn't think I was gonna make it home. That cart was so heavy. We have to drag the cart behind us. You can't push it in front of you because the front wheels are too tiny and they'll get caught on cracks and stuff in the sidewalk and flip over. So it makes it actually harder. So when there's a lot of weight in it, pulling it behind is really difficult. So I was really struggling, but we made it, got it home. Now I can just unpack everything. It'll be good. I did walk by the Starbucks that yesterday the window had busted out. They have it's all covered in plywood now. And it's really funny because all of their outdoor patio furniture is it's all kind of pushed into one little area and it's definitely all tied up together. You can tell they're trying to contain it and make sure that doesn't happen again. So, but glad they got that cleaned up because it was such a mess yesterday. The rain stayed away. It did not, and it doesn't even feel quite as humid and sticky. You know that feeling when it feels like it's going to rain. It feels like kind of almost like wet in the air. That's kind of gone away now, and then the clouds have parted and see blue skies back there. So taking Gertie out for a walk. We like to try to walk her. Ooh, there's the wind. We like to try to walk Gertie at least once or twice a day on a pretty, a long walk for her, which is like half a mile, like not too bad. But we try to take her out on little walks, let her get some sniffing time in, let her get some exercise, get some energy out. We find that it helps her just kind of stay a little bit more contained inside the house and a little less rambunctious. Overall, she's such a good puppy. Like, we're so fortunate. She just is so well behaved. So I made my list for Ace Hardware, but I am not going there yet. We're gonna go probably later this week. We were supposed to go get deep dish last night. I moved our reservations to tonight, wishful thinking that Chris might feel better, but he doesn't. So I've moved it out to later this week. So we'll go get pizza one night this week. Lou Malnati's is really close to Ace Hardware, so I figured I would get all of our Ace Hardware stuff on the way home from that excursion. We did just find out that our Ace Hardware, the one that's closest to us, is closing, which is a real bummer because it's the closest hardware store to us. There is not like a Lowe's or a Home Depot convenient to us at all. There is another Ace that's over by the Petco where we got a lot of the stuff for Gertie. Y'all may remember seeing that in a previous vlog. But it's a little bit more of a hike. So it's a real disappointment, but we've got until May. So at least we'll be able to get through this project, which will be good. So probably go pick that stuff up later this week so we can start that project next weekend. I can't wait to get that done. I'm super excited about it. All in all, today was a very productive day. For me, at least. Chris has pretty much just been laying down all day, but I was able to get a lot of things done. I think future me is going to really appreciate that I went to the grocery store today, because I normally go on Sundays, and thankfully I was like, well, I should go today while Chris is kind of not feeling good, and that way, if we want to have fun tomorrow, if he's feeling better, we can, and we will have already done the boring stuff. So I was glad I got that out of the way. I got some laundry done. So yeah, it's been a pretty productive morning for me, which I appreciate. But I am kind of exhausted now. I'm kind of ready to lounge for a bit this afternoon. So hopefully when we get back inside, Gertie will be ready for a little bit of a nap, and maybe I can have one too. I am ready to sit down for a bit. It has been kind of a tiring day. Man, oh man. But it was nice to get to enjoy the good weather. That was good. Good morning. Happy Sunday. It is kind of a gray and dreary day today. There's quite a bit of chance of rain throughout the day. It's like a 30 to 40% chance kind of throughout the day. Chris is feeling slightly better. His fever has broken, so that's the good news. The fever's gone. So within 24 hours of his fever being completely gone, he'll be no longer contagious, which is fantastic. So he should start feeling quite a bit better really soon. So we have decided that we're going to stay in and have kind of a sort of like just a lazy day hanging around the house. Since it's kind of gray and gross outside, and since Chris isn't feeling great, it seems like the best way to spend the day. So we're gonna watch probably a movie. Hang out and read for a little bit, just kind of hang out inside. We were gonna do a Lord of the Rings marathon, but of course you cannot do a Lord of the Rings marathon without watching the extended versions, and that's like a 12-hour commitment. And we really technically didn't start early enough for that, because I'm an early bird, and that would be a little bit past my bedtime. We thought, well, we could try it and see how far we get. But we decided instead to just kind of play it more by ear. I do have a book I'm reading right now that I'd like to finish in the next couple of days, so it'd be great if I could spend some time reading that today. So yeah, just kind of having a bit of a lazy day, which I think is a great way to cap off the weekend. Maybe gray and dreary, but it's still beautiful. I never really tire of looking at the city. Okay, so I just got back in from letting Gertie out a second time. We've kind of had a morning. I've just been editing. We've been working on stuff. Chris has been sleeping kind of pretty much all day. So it's the afternoon now. And then suddenly out of nowhere, knew that it was going to rain at some point today, but it's like hailing. It's like teeny tiny itty bitty little pieces of hail. But it's pretty intense. And there's some people, I don't know if you can see, huddled. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but they're right there, huddled in the doorway, because I think it just kind of came out of nowhere. When I was letting Gertie out, literally 10 minutes ago, it was actually starting to get sunny, and I thought, oh, maybe it's not going to rain, and then this is now happening. And there's a poor little pigeon just trying to find a place. Hopefully he did. He was trying to find a place in one of the windows to duck out. But yeah, it got real violent there for a second. And you can't see anything. It's just all, normally we can see the lake in Navy Pier, but this is all just gray. Okay, it has been another couple of hours since I checked in during the crazy rainstorm. But I did figure out how to get Chris awake and out of the other room, and that is by putting Cool Runnings on the television. So he came in, he's like, "What are you watching?" I was like, "Cool Runnings." So we started that, but then we realized that I got a notification on my phone that Auburn was going to have a live stream, and so we joined Auburn Humans live stream. And that was a lot of fun. So we were both sitting here commenting, separately on the live stream. So it was a lot of fun, just kind of doing their review of The Wish. Which they just went on the same cruise that we recently went on the Wish. And so they were kind of giving their thoughts. So it was really cool. But while I was working on that, I was making some significant progress on a cross stitch that I started an embarrassingly long time ago, and have not touched for an embarrassingly long time. But it's a temperature chart of our first year in Chicago. And I finished the last day. So I still have some finishing work to do. I'll show here in a second. Got my stand here. So it is a temperature chart of our entire first year in Chicago. And up at the top, you can't see it because my loom is kind of taking up the space. But it says our first year, and then it starts the days, and then it's obviously going to say Chicago down here. And then I'm ultimately going to make it into a pillow. But all of the days show the low temperature and the high temperature for the day, and then they have different symbols for the type of weather, whether it was cloudy, sunny, rainy, snowy. And then these are the months here that are kind of the more prominent days. So a lot of fun, a lot of work. And I haven't touched that in a while. So it's probably been at least 6 or 7 months since I've touched it. So still have to finish the word Chicago, and then I'm going to be doing some trim around it. So still have a handful of hours left, but really excited to check this off my list of things that I've been working on. I've got a couple of cross stitches that I usually have going on at one point in time. So this one is an exciting one to wrap up.
Okay.
I'm making stir fry for dinner. I just buy the stir fry veggies from Trader Joe's that are already and you just dump them in. But I'm trying to make it as good as you did the last time that you made it, because it was really good. I'll be glad when you're feeling better enough to cook, because I like it when you cook better than when I cook. Because then I don't have to do it and it tastes better. Because you cook with love.
Yeah, I still I'm not good. Today is a lot better. It's probably the best I've felt since the beginning, but my body is just so so it's a lot of resting and drinking water. I was just telling Whitney that I didn't even really drink a lot of coffee or really anything, because nothing tastes good. It's all bland to me. So hopefully this dinner tastes good, because I'm hungry. That looks delicious.
I think I did okay. I think I did a pretty good job. Yay. All right, so I think we're going to eat this delicious food, continue our, down day, and finish Cool Runnings.
I hope you liked the video, and we'll see you next time.